Hello everybody, Kitten Plays here, and since the stream didn't go too well last time, we're gonna try and do the challenges again, but in different vehicles. So, you need a vehicle that will actually make it through 3 different challenges. First being the hill, the bridge, and then the cliff driving test. So we need to, well, first off, we are going to have Downhill Madness as test 1, Bridge as test 2, and then as test 3 will be the cliff driving test, which many vehicles do not survive. This is one of the toughest tests. So, yeah, that's why I have it as the second test. So yeah, we got the hill, the downhill madness, cliff driving, and then the bridge. And I feel like today we should probably try something a bit beefy. Something, well, we'll just try this one first, but can we get this old car to work? Probably not. Let's go does sand jumper. Yeah, this one is meant for jumping. Hopefully, we can get this old unicorn to work. So we just gotta wait for the game to load the car. Then unpause the game. Yeah, first up is the unicorn sand jumper. Built for jumping, raised to the max with off-road parts. Let's do this. I feel like it's gonna easily survive this as long as I can keep it under control. Should survive the downhill test with ease. Now, I'm gonna get to a straight section and let the car coast. So that way I can check my software, make sure it is recording. Just updated my software as well, OBS Studio. And I probably really won't be using Streamlabs anymore, as it is extremely complicated and only works about half the time. And I selected it for using streams, so I can only do a live stream on it. But I will keep it on my computer, just because. Okay, I'm gonna check. The sound's gonna shut off because I'm gonna be opening up OBS Studio. Get out a straight line here and quickly check. Yes, it is recording that. I just have the window minimized. But yeah. This thing did this, no problem at all. With these big old tires that are extremely thin, I would have expected this thing to slide, but no, not really. I mean, it doesn't flip when you turn it. And it does donuts on the fly. That's pretty cool. Over here, we might as well give this thing a taste of what it's meant for, which is the sand. Meant for jumping in the sand, but we'll just give it a taste of sand anyways. Oh, that's pretty smooth. Thing definitely has grip. Alright, test 2, which I do not think it will survive. And if it doesn't, we'll give it a chance and keep resetting until we can make it. Obviously, I only want to do about 3 resets max. So yeah, you can see why this thing is so brutal. Oh, that didn't sound good. This thing is not gonna last. I mean, I would say, yeah, Unicorn, obviously gonna last. But then yet again, it's beamng. Plus, I don't think you would ever put your vehicle under these circumstances. So far, not horrible. Yeah, even the monster truck had the monster truck, yes, it did make it. It had broken suspension components. So theoretically, it did not make it in an ideal way. And shortly after, just a small bump made the entire steering system fail. And obviously, broken front steering, wheels are flopping around. Using your rear steering isn't going to do anything. Probably just gonna make it worse. That seems like a stretch. Make it land on the butt. Okay, didn't do it that time. Got it? Well, we're almost there. Oh no! Come on, buddy, you can make it. You're a unicorn. You're a unicorn. You've been through worse. Actually, I don't really think the unicorn went through much. It's doing it. It's freaking doing it. All-wheel drive. Steering in the front still works. Both front tires. And you know what? The unicorn actually did it. I'm rather impressed. The unicorn built tough. The beamng version held up pretty darn well. That's what I call success. Now, can it make it across the bridge without assistance? We do it once without, and if it does make it and survives, it passes. But if it doesn't have the speed, I can always push the B button on my keyboard to activate the boost mod, which boosts the vehicle. Yeah, it's got speed. It's got speed. It's got speed. Perfect landing! Perfection! I mean, we damaged the engine, but do you think I really care right now? I don't. I'm just glad we made it and survived. Donut. Bet you it still runs just fine. There. Here's the test. Does it do a straight line? Yeah, it does straight line pretty darn good. Okay, a slight pull to the right. A slight pull. I'm rather surprised. Normally, if a vehicle can survive the cliff, it can't do the bridge. Or if it can do the bridge, it can't survive the cliff. Or it doesn't either. Doing both is rather impressive. The unicorn just smashed it. I mean, no problem whatsoever. Besides what was probably the spring making it get stuck. This thing just worked no reaction. So that's an accomplishment right there. I won't be able to do many vehicles today as I'm recording this pretty late. But we've already got one thing that made it. I feel like we could end this now. Although it would be a rather short video. We already know this big beluga ain't gonna make it. There's one small I mean, dude, it's not even gonna fit on the ramp. No. There is no point in even trying. Yeah, give it a shot. This thing's built pretty tough. Which one we want? Give it the one they gave us. Why not? No, I got a text. Wow. Dude's calling a front engine a mid-engine. Nicknamed the Blue Devil, the Corvette ZR1. It's one of the most expensive Corvette models to actually reach a top speed of 200 mile an hour during that time. And he says it's mid-engine. I like the whole model where you got the hood, the window on the hood, so you can see the engine. They said it's a mid-engine. Clearly, it's not. I mean, it's kind of obvious. Also, why are Corvettes and Camaros so freaking loud? I mean, that has to fail the sound test, doesn't it? Or does like factory sound not matter? You can't include monster trucks because those aren't made by a factory; they're actually personally made. But yeah. This thing's gonna do this no problem. This hill is all about control, and if the vehicle can hold itself together, which most vehicles can. One thing I always like to say is a vehicle will only pass the test if it is functional and can drive. Yes, if it's highly damaged but can still drive and turn, then yeah, you're fine. But if you know that the vehicle can obviously make it, then yeah, even if it can't drive, obviously it can make it. So no point doing it again. Sometimes I do it again though, just to prove myself. That ain't a V4. There's only 4 pipes, so it's gotta be a V4. I don't think the V4 would probably sound like that. Park and brake. Oh. I mean, obviously it would have drove, so there's no point in having to redo that. I'll just, cough. There that works. I mean, it still drives and turns. Is that a box around the engine? Gotta be like a V8 diesel. More than a V8. Way more than a V8. Ah. Pipes. One, two, three, four, five. V10? A what? Excuse me? A V10? One, two, three. It's a freaking V10. Let's check the modifications. Oh, first let's go to the secondary test. Nah, this thing's actually a V10 that's mad. But really freaking cool. Let's see here. Where is... Oh, it's a Y10. Okay. I don't know what a Y engine is, but okay. We'll just accept it. You can't really say it's realistic, but if this is based off realism, it's a pretty darn good sounding V10. I mean, obviously it's diesel, it's pumping out smoke, but it's gasoline. Yeah. Also, flap caps. You gotta love a good old flap cap. Now, our advantage here is we got 2 front axles and 2 rear axles, totaling 4 axles. So if one goes down, we still got a whole another axle to go with. Okay, we may or may not be struggling already. That's slightly concerning. Might be the whole fact we're in high gear. Yeah, we do. Also, would this be considered front engine or rear engine? I don't know. Since there's 2 axles, it's kind of hard to tell. But on a single front axle, generally it's if it's above if the engine is above the front axle, like directly above it, or in front of it, that is a front engine. But the engine is generally placed behind the front axle, but still in front of the rear axle, that's a mid-engine. Rear engine is on top of or behind the rear axle. Also, this thing is fine, so I feel like we can reset here. Really isn't any bad damage that would stop us. Okay. This thing definitely has speed issues. No, you know what it is? Got a really bad issue of gearing. Oh, boy. Oh! Now we got some noticeable damage, so let's see, no more resets. Also, some damage that will affect us if slightly bent. You can tell by the angle of the wheels. Camber, or camber, apparently. I don't know, is it camber or camber? Which one? Please let me know down below because I'm actually curious. You're about to get squished. You got lucky. And you didn't. This thing is... I mean, this thing is kind of obviously going to survive because it's an 8x8. So, duh. But then, yet again, it could also be built very weak because it looks like it's clearly built as a rust bucket. But performs like it just came out of the factory. Well, like it's had slight use after factory. That's actually looks pretty brand new to me. You never know. Now, here's the disappointment part. This thing, we traded in the bridge stat for the cliff driving stat. Quite obviously. This thing, obviously, isn't going to survive. It is quite literally obvious. Although it does have a Y10 engine, 10 cylinders, it's geared down so much that it's not going to be able to hit any speed worthy of actually crossing that bridge. You know what? I'm gonna try it anyways. You're never sure until you try it. And for extra speed, we're going into high gear. What if I this thing can go up to 140? Jeez. And slowing, by the way. Need about 120 to cross the bridge, which we're obviously not going to do. Hold on. Oh! Lock up like literally every single diff. Yes, I did get the resistance, but if you can survive this, then we'll give it a passing score. Remember, it's going to drive and steer. I feel like if this thing can hold its speed, it would be obviously able to, like, drive. Okay, one axle to drive off of. Yes, I will allow it to be put upright. It does not, in fact, drive. Well, I mean, it's kind of obvious. It's a big truck. Not gonna do well. Okay. We're looking for vehicles that can do both cliff and the bridge. We did a monster truck already. You kind of feel like the D series could do it, but then yet again, it doesn't really have suspension at all. I mean, a Doom Kicker could have a fair chance, as well as the Rock Basher. Actually, no, we did the Rock Basher. That thing failed. Yeah, that thing, like, absolutely failed. I don't entirely feel like the Rock Basher is gonna make it. I mean, sure, it's got suspension, but I don't feel like it's meant to take that kind of beating. Using the Chrono Hill special here. good old wine. Obviously, this thing would make it. But we gotta do it once, anyways. Gotta make a big attempt here. I'm taking my chances. Can the dune kicker do it? It can. It can. It cannot. It can. It did. And then it died. It died. It turned me into a liar, didn't it? It turned me into a liar. I was thinking about saying it did not land upright, but, you know, I thought of that and then it landed upright. I feel like this thing's gonna make it. It just took an absolute beating. Well, actually, you can't really say too much because that really was on the body more than the actual suspension itself. But just, wow! One thing you'd like to be able to do on the cliff driving would have it land on the butt end and have the choice of landing on the front end. So you can like land on the rear end for half of it and then for the other half you can land on the front end. And then boom, you're good. You're home free. And we did it. Sounds like a Hellcat. Yeah, I was just talking about that to somebody today, and like, yeah, they brought up the random point of probably YouTube probably gonna like this clip. This video might not go up because of it, but someone said that it sounds like it's moaning when you hit the throttle because of how it whines. And honestly, I don't know if I want to agree with them because I don't know what a woman sounds like when she moans. And I don't want to know, because that is not extremely appropriate. Obviously, we're probably all going to learn that one day. I mean, I know what a woman sounds like when she moans in pain. Oh my god, it reminds me of the one person, I forgot what her name was, but when she was in pain, she was moaning, she sounded like Peter Griffin. I'm not going to lie to you. Like that one scene where Peter Griffin goes, like, did that, and then she started moaning in pain, which I don't entirely remember what it sounded like either, and it was all really weird people in our house. Yes, weird conversation. I am not a normal person. Oh, shoot. Also, Dude Kicker smashing it. That was not the best camera angle. Here was that. Trying to get it there. Oh, it's fine. Let's look at the undercarriage. Oh, brother. Come on. Land upright. Land upright. Please. Reverse psychology. It did not land upright. And it won't. Reverse psychology didn't work. I allow this. Wheelie. And a stoppie. I mean, this thing's obviously gonna survive this. Donut. And then you're gonna peel out. Okay, second donut. Wants to do forever donuts. Why do the thing you can do in the unicorn? Yep. Do a donut and then you peel out. Can it survive this? For breeze. I'm still technically sliding. doing, bud? You just let me have my fun, please? You do a donut, and then you peel out. There we go. Yeah, you can do that in the movie part pretty smooth. This big old conquer truck will just bring it after that. The body said nope. I got airborne and the body was like, not today. But then the truck was like, yes today. Heck yeah. Looks derpy. Alright. That is another successful run. What shall we do next? I'm not doing automation vehicles because them things are indestructible. Quite literally. I should say almost indestructible. Yes. Should have a fair chance. Depends on how soft that front suspension is. Will it bottom out? I think not very tall. The back end of this thing is massive. Oh, it sounds like a clunker. Hold on, let's listen to that beautiful engine startup sound. Oh, no. There we go. Shake. Come on now. Come on now, old best. I will sit here and wait for it. There it goes. Now that was a long startup. Press the ignition key again and start it up. I don't want to look at the back end of this thing the whole ride. It sounded good. I don't know if I'm going overboard on the speed or not. Son of a nutcracker! Ah! Wait for it. Wait for it. Save it. Ow! Oh, my nuts. Just do it. Let's see if I'm weird to come off now. Still drives, don't worry. Come on. Come on, mode best. You got it. Watch, it's gonna be... I was gonna say, it's gonna be trying to start up the entire way down. That wheel shall not catch. Leave no man behind. Did you just shift, you hunk of poop? I'm gonna have to hold the clutch in the entire time down. Oh, now that I slowed down, I don't have to. Was there a tail light on there? Probably was. Move it. Oh, there's actually more on this one. Will it take it? Ah! No! Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you freaking dare. Come on, Lopez. Come on. Come on. Got a race to finish. Don't die us now. The tubes are actually flimsy. That's cool. The developer really thought of this one. You can hear it. It wants to start. Come on. There we go. I had to hold the ignition key on the keyboard. So I guess this thing has the ability to fail to start, I guess. And then you hold the ignition key and it starts. Yeah, the flailing radiator hose. That's pretty darn cool. Not many actually have that ability. Nor do you have the ability to take the radiator off you. And if you do, the hoses are attached to it. Or just disappear. Or stay attached to the engine. Yes! Survive. Don't turn very well. I can tell you why. But still turns and drives. Across the finish line we go. One test survived. Come on. Watch. Now I'm gonna start holding the ignition key. Alrighty. We are not surviving this because there is no way. On Gas Green Earth we will. But we'll give it a shot. I don't feel like it's got the speed to, that looked weird for a moment.